tryna go to the stars. She been off drugs all day. She think that she landed in Mars. Got her no.
Is it hard having friends or even communicating with people when you're in line with God? Because, you know, when you're in line with God, you know, God is not a sinner.
Right.
You know, God is, you know, rightful 100% up and down his own body.
Right.
And God doesn't lie. So he tells the truth.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is a lot of people that you may come encounter with, or even friends that you have, it may be hard to sustain a relationship with them or even talk to them about certain things because, you know, you can't really tell them the truth, or they're not living in their truth, or they're not really being what God would want us to be. So, like, that's my question. Is it really hard to be friends or have or do things with certain people knowing that you are trying to be in line with God and, you know, be in a better place with God on an everyday basis?
Bro, for sure. Not gonna lie, for sure. But I heard one time, bro, this dude was saying, you know, Jesus, he hung out with the sinners. You know what I'm saying? The first girl that he was revealed he was the Messiah to, she was a Gentile. I might be wrong, so don't, you feel me, take it. But she was either like a prostitute or somebody that like cheated on her husband.
Okay.
It was one of those. So she was a sinner. You know what I'm saying? And so I think, and even the 12 apostles, bro, they weren't the religious leaders. They weren't the people that were higher up in the church and stuff. They were the people that were not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the people who need it most.
Right.
So, you know, I will say, because you know, and bro, going back to what my dad said, it's easier for somebody to pull you down than to pull you up. Sure. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I do fall back into that, you know, maybe going to a party, you know, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But I will say though that if it's somebody I've been friends with a long time and I keep seeing this pattern of they keep, you know what I'm saying, following, you know, stuff like that, I will, you know, come to him like as a brother, kind of like what you were saying earlier, like I know I'm not perfect, bro, but you know, boom, if me and you both can try to, if me and you both can try to walk this path, bro, it's gonna be way better, bro. Okay, and then that's just like, boom, we both trying to do our own thing, you know what I'm saying? We both can try to come together, hold each other accountable, you know what I'm saying? Then it is, cause like I said, bro, like it is a lot of people, you know, back in my hometown that still is doing the same thing every day, waking up, smoking off the rear, they you know, stuff like that. Yeah. So I would say, you know, people like that, I do kind of have to distance myself from, but it's all love though.
I get it. You love people from a distance,
right?
For sure,
exactly. Because especially, that's a good question. I'm gonna definitely think about that later. Because you know we have different seasons in your life, and you're like, you know, you were saying that earlier, and it's like sometimes you do gotta isolate yourself to build up that strong, mental. You know what I'm saying, that strong mental. So then when you do go out, you're not falling into it all the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you can still have these friends. Right. But at the end of the day, God gonna judge you off of what you did and what you didn't do, not off of what they made you do or what you know what I'm saying? So you still gotta be strong in it.
Yeah, like you said, you gotta be strong. Because we go to HBCU, it's temptation everywhere. And you know, I think now, being in the season of life where I definitely have a lot more discernment and being closer with God, like I'm not gonna say I'm 100%, but I definitely do believe I'm on my way to being a found soul. So a person who really knows himself and is getting to know himself on a daily basis, you know, daily, it's definitely easy to tell who's a lost soul. Right. Even just out here.
For sure.
You know, certain people that's going to parties every day, every party they possibly can to. Like you said, smoking off the wake up. They want to drink on a random Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? Right. And a lot of people have to remember, I don't care what nobody says. I really believe this in my heart of hearts. Those people are running from something. They don't want to feel a certain pain or trauma that they went through ever again. A lot of people do things to decompress feelings, to run away from stuff. And like I say, those people they lost.
Right.
And like I say, God is only going to judge you based off of what you do and, you know, how are you trying to help the next person. So like those type of people, you can't talk bad about them. All you can do is pray for them. Because at the end of the day, God is the only person that can change them. Because you can speak to a person till they blue in the face over and over and over again, but until they want that help from themselves and God gives them that real tap on the shoulder that he know they ready for now, that's when they'll change.
That's real. Yeah, because, bro, I will say, bro, like, last semester when I came up here, you know, you said it earlier, you know, elephant in the room, you know, I am a white dude on A&T camp, right? So I was getting, like, a lot, and, you know, I, like, still do whatever, like, get a lot of attention, you know, from women, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that to be arrogant or nothing, but, bro, when I was a kid, bro, I wasn't, it was not like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I remember my best friend, he was the one with all the girls and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, like I don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I came up here and I got that validation, that one, you know what I'm saying, from these women, like
It do something to your ego.
yeah, it definitely do, bro.
Skyrocket through the roof.
But bro, what you was saying, bro, last semester, yeah, I was boom acting like, you know, I was living like whatever, but bro, I was going to, like you said, every party, not necessarily smoking and stuff, but like going to every party and stuff like that, bro. And I remember, bro, that everybody has like a God-shaped hole in their heart. You know what I'm saying? And you could try to feel that with women, feel that with drugs, with alcohol, and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Money, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, bro, it's not gonna work unless you feel that God-shaped hole with God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like we relate so much just off of what you just said, and even coming from a place where, you know, your parents weren't together and they had their own significant others, but life was still good because they knew how to co-parent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I definitely relate to that too, because in high school, I definitely went through that, you know, that nice guy phase, naive, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, right.
And, you know, a lot of people, you know, take it for granted, look over you versus, you know, like you say, a close friend or somebody that you used to hang around. And so when you do get to school and you like, wow, this girl likes me, this girl likes me, this girl likes me, all these girls like me at the same time.
Right.
That's crazy. And it can go to your head and you start doing things that you really don't have no business doing.
Yeah.
And like you
sure.
say, and and that was a lot of things I had to learn too, because in my life, you know, when I thought I was living like a rock star and living like Future and stuff like that, a lot of things was in my life.
Happy, bro.
That
at
too,
all.
at all. And I was trying to fill a void, and a lot of things were deteriorating. Like my health, I got crazy bags under my eyes. I'm gaining like weight slowly but surely.
Right.
I'm missing class. You know, I got a C in a class that I should have a B plus in. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I was supposed to be focused on was on the back burner.
Right.
Because I was trying to chase X, Y, and Z.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts though.
And that's what I'm saying too. Like, once you get in that alignment with God and he becomes the first major part of your life, and you put him first.
Instead of waking up, looking on your phone, you waking up and praying. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Right.
My God.
That's real.
That's what I'm saying. So, and you know, I watch people from afar and seeing you out here and how you move and stuff. I see you be with your boys, but a lot of time I see you by yourself.
Right.
So, what is your mental like right now? And besides the fashion and the content, and you know, who is really Reed? Who is Reed for real?
That's a good question, bro.
Yeah.
So I would say right now, you know, I would say it could be better. That's what I could say. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just. You feel me? Done been through some situations, you know what I'm saying? People in my life have passed, you know what I'm saying? People in my life that I thought I was going to be building certain relationships with, you know, stuff happened where they not here no more, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
No, I appreciate it, yeah. I was just, so like I said, my uncle, he just passed away, you know what I'm saying? And then this girl that I was really messing with, I found out, you know, this situation that I can't mess with her no more, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, like, and it kind of always goes back to, like, when I was younger, I feel like I was never in the right place. I was never accepted, you know what I'm saying? So anytime I get that little bit of attention, you know what I'm saying, and usually it's from, you know, women, I kind of base myself in that, you know what I'm saying? Instead of basing myself in God, you know what I'm saying? So right now I'm trying to, you know, put myself, you know, by the grace of God, up out of that, you know what I'm saying, and really get my alignment back right where, you know, who it should be. But on a day-to-day though, yeah, bro, like I feel like I'm in a good spot, bro. You know, I've been through, you know, some hard times before, but I would say right now it's definitely looking like coming out of the tunnel, bro.
Right. Sure.
And then, but cause like you said, boom, you know, sometimes you see me with my friends and stuff a lot, but a lot of times I am alone, bro, and it's just like more of just being in just the presence of God, you know what I'm saying? Cause when you all the time, you know, you talking, you might be at a party or whatever, like you can't hear God, you can't hear what he's saying, but when you by yourself and, you know, you just walking, looking at his beautiful creation, you know what I'm saying? You see the sunset over there, like,
for sure.
Like that's really what is the moments that I feel the most connected to God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's real. So what do you feel like God is teaching you in your season of life right now? It don't gotta be everything, it can just be one thing.
Right. I would say discipline, bro. Because you know how you were saying, you said hard work, and you said what else? Outbeats talent.
Oh, hard work, and worth ethic, and
discipline.
Yeah,
because that's the main thing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that I feel like a lot of times, bro, I run off of motivation. You know what I'm saying?
Motivation fades.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, bro, you think, you boom, motivation. That's when you at in your room at 1 o'clock in the morning. You just sat in the bed all day, but you get up. Oh, you do 30, 40 push-ups. You clean your room, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at that time, bro, I want to do everything in the world. But then,
for sure,
boom, discipline is when you waking up at 6 in the morning. You don't want to get up. You go outside and run. You know what I'm saying? You get up. You go to work when you don't want to go. You feel me? Stuff like that. So I feel like the thing that I feel like he's pushing me towards is getting my discipline back, right? You know what I'm saying? Going to the gym, waking up, doing my schoolwork, stuff like that, and not being in the world all the time, wanting to go to family parties, stuff like that, hanging out with me, stuff like that. But I would say discipline. That's
I feel like God is teaching me patience, discipline, delayed gratification for sure. I know that for a fact. Delayed gratification for sure, and just leaning on His understanding too. Cause that's the main thing. Cause see, the thing about discipline, and not even just anything, but everything that you do, sometimes you have to stick to your plan and not your mood. Because you ain't gonna be in the mood. You ain't gonna be in the mood for everything.
That's the one.
You're not gonna be in the mood for everything that you have to do every day. And my mom used to tell me that all the time growing up. In life, you have to do a lot of things that you don't want to do, but you have to do them because you got to.
It's and those times where you're getting up and you're doing what you don't want to do. Yeah, that's just gonna make the stuff that you do want to do even more better.
Easy.
And that's why I be having to remind myself, bro. Cause I swear, that I like that you asked me that, bro. Cause I've been thinking about it a lot recently. Like, I catch myself sitting on my bed, bro, and it's like, bro, like the job's not finished. You know what I'm saying? What Kobe said, the job's not finished, bro. Like, I might be seeing, good money, whatever, but it's like, it ain't nothing to what I know it could be, you know what I'm saying? Or, I think, well, I might go out to a party, meet a girl, whatever. I might feel like that, oh, this is great, bro, I love this and stuff, but then every single time, bro, that I get back right with God, get back in line with what He wants, and, in His presence, bro, that peace is so unmatched, bro. Like, it's so unmatched, bro, and it's like, and I be forgetting it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you experience peace and true fulfillment every day with the stuff that you're doing on a daily basis?
Nah. Well, daily basis, I would say, I wouldn't say every day though.
That's okay.
Cause like I said, bro, I still, it is, lust. That's a big thing too, bro. It's like, bro. Cause like I said, like,
especially at nighttime.
Right. Who you telling? For real, bro. And when I think it's like trying to, just focusing on the stuff that I be focused on the stuff that I don't have instead of the stuff that I do have. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the devil did, bro, or the serpent did in the Garden of Eden. God told him, you have everything. You have everything you see right here. You know what I'm saying? Just that one thing, just don't go near it. That was it. The serpent and the devil come up. Dang, bro, you got everything, but this is the best thing right here, bro. This is the best. This is what you want. Like, yeah, you got all this, but this is what you want though. Right. And that's what led to the fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, it's him tricking us into thinking, oh dang, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, I want these girls, these cars, all this stuff, right? But it's like, bro, if you just stay down and be dedicated to your craft, that stuff gonna be there, but by that time, you're not even gonna want it. You're gonna have a wife and kids and stuff like that. And I be having to remind myself too, like, that's the main goal right there too.
Right. Wife
like, you know what I'm saying?
And see, that's the thing, because I tell people all the time, in life, it's a lot of things that we take for granted. Normal things, waking up and breathing, having the ability to eat, having a place to lay your head at.
Being able to walk outside and not see bombs going off and children dying,
even
stuff like that.
Having a car, being able to have money in your pocket. Those are normal things that we take for granted. So a lot of people always focus on, what we don't have instead of already, thanking God for everything that we already do have. And another thing with lust, man, I'm definitely beating that now too. But I feel like once you really find somebody that's for you, all that'll go away.
Yeah,
because once that person is for you, and you really had that gut feeling in your heart and your soul that that they really wouldn't do you no wrong or no type of way, and they care for you like how you care for them, you'll start to think back, I should have never talked to her, should have never texted her, she was never for me. Facts. Because it's like, just like you said, you're going to start to think about the future with that girl, how to make money together, traveling together, having a house together. And even if it get to that point where both y'all want that, having kids together, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Because those are the things That's what life is about.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
That's
yeah.
a beautiful thing
and
about
that,
life.
In that book, Matthew McConaughey, he was talking about, and I was like, dang, bro, I never even realized this how I felt too. He said the one thing he always knew he wanted to be was a father. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, that's real, bro. Like, now that I think about it, like, that's the one thing that I want to be. So it's like, what's the point of doing all this other stuff with women that I wouldn't want to, be with, you feel me, far off, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And it's like, I just, because like you said, after I do it, whatever happens, it's like, dang, bro, like, this, like, okay, what now? You know what I'm saying? Same stuff.
Yeah.
Boom, meet a girl. She might, not say I'm doing this now, boom, she might let me, do whatever first night.
Yeah.
It's like, well, dang, shoot, it's the same thing as anything else, you know what I'm saying?
It's no fulfillment in that, man. Mm-hmm. Because once you really meet, real genuine connection and real love, you'll understand the stuff that you were doing before, it never even mattered. Right. It's like that Lauryn Hill song. Nothing even mattered at all.
That's real. That's real. That's real. I love Lauryn. I love Lauryn. Right. Facts. Yeah, bro. Because, bro, I realized that. So boom, right? Talking about sex, right? You know what I'm saying? The getting into the specifics of it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about sex, like that's a gift from God. That's something. Cause think about it, like that's the most intimate thing. One of the most. Ever do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
no, it is the most.
Because I would say like you're not inside of somebody. You know what I'm saying on a day-to-day basis. Right. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So like, and so, bro, like I realized somebody told me one time. The devil can never create, he can only recreate. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, we look at lust and we look at love. Right. You know what I'm saying? God is love. That's what God is. So sex is under love, right? When husband and wife, you know what I'm saying, they love each other, like they have sex, they create another life. You know what I'm saying? This is they
create it out of love.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the most beautiful thing in my opinion that we even have, you know what I'm saying, to create another life, stuff like that. But then I think about it, okay, well, the devil can never create nothing. He can only recreate. His recreation of love is lust. Right. And he takes sex that's supposed to be under love and puts it under lust to make us think, oh, I love this person. Oh, we're having sex, this is so intimate, we're exchanging energy. Oh, like, I love this person. Yeah. Whole time, no, you don't. It's lust. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard people, oh, yeah, lust turns into love, stuff like that. But, bro, I'll tell you, I'm not in a relationship right now. I've been in other relationships that was rooted in lust, and we're not together anymore. Yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying? And people have to remember too, if it's not from God, it'll always fall off. Right. Remember that. If it's not from God, it'll always fall off. Like you said before earlier in the interview, it won't be substantial because it's not from God, or you didn't put God in the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I made a clip about that the other week. A lot of people complain about. You may hear girls from time to time. Oh yeah, that sex was trash, da 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 da. Well, maybe it was trash because you probably weren't supposed to be having it with that certain person. It's called making love for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'll say, bro, not to get like graphic or nothing, but it's like, bro, every time that I do that, and the end result happens, bro, I feel like my life is like almost drained from me, bro. And like that's why bro, I haven't done it in like a couple months, bro, because like that's. Like, the last time I did it, that's how I felt, bro. It felt like the life was drained from me. And really, when you think about it, that's what it is. Right. Because, this stuff that, happens when it gets to the end of sex, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what creates the life.
That's what creates
the life.
You know what I'm saying? That's life force. That's
literally life force. And when I realized, I was like, dang, bro, like, I do not like that feeling. Like, I do not feel right. That's why they talk about, post, clarity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, then you starting to think clearly. You like, well, dang, bro, I shouldn't have been doing. Right. And I don't even like this girl. We sitting here, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even see her. You feel me? Being my wife or nothing.
Yeah, or
and
it's like my own kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And it's, bro, that's the thing. If sex is to obviously show love and stuff like that, but ultimately to make a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here, well, dang, I don't even want this girl to be the mother of my child. Then why did I even have sex with her? Because we all know. That's what makes babies sick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
and whoever you're supposed to do it with, especially when you talk about having kids, you're supposed to make them out of love.
Right.
So you need to be with somebody that you love.
For sure.
And it's like you say, when that life force comes out of you, you shouldn't waste that on somebody that I'm not just trying to sound arrogant or something, but that doesn't deserve it. Right. Or that wasn't really for you to begin with.
Right.
You know
for sure. For sure.
And that's why you have to have the discernment of seeing who's for you, and not what looks good, but what's good for your soul.
Facts though, because everything that look good ain't good for you.
Good for you.
Facts though.
And we're gonna wrap it up on this last question because it's been a really great interview. How do you want to be remembered if you leave this earth tomorrow?
I would want to be
Knock on
remembered.
wood.
Right, you know, yeah, for sure. I would want to be remembered as somebody who stands for the truth.
Right.
And that just shows love to anybody that he come across.
That's real, man. Hey, thank you again, brother.
For sure,
Much
man.
love.
For sure.
Intuition family, y'all go follow him on all platforms. Double R, Real Righteous.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
got the clothes, he got the brand, he speaks about God. And I think that's all she said she wrote. Again,
Yeah.
thank you guys again. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you, but most importantly, so does God. Holla at your boy.
cap.
I hop in the motherfucking coupe, yeah, I'm sliding, I'm slamming. I'm telling this hoe that I just wanna fuck, but she look like she don't understand. I climb on the top rope. If I see her up, he gon' get RKO like I'm Randy. I'ma aim at the Glock at his nose and ain't jam.